Hey guys, how's it going? So today's video is going to be on the topic of the confirmation process for Attorney General, which William Barr will be going through on Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. I'm also going to briefly touch on the implications of his confirmation, why it's controversial, and some of the issues around Rod Rosenstein and Robert Mueller and Matthew Whitaker. Let's get started. So William Barr actually held the position of Attorney General of the United States before. He was the Attorney General under the presidency of George H.W. Bush, as in Bush Sr., and so that's one of the reasons that people have made the argument that he is qualified to hold this position. There are a few reasons, however, that William Barr's confirmation as Attorney General has become a subject of some controversy. The primary reason that William Barr's potential confirmation has become controversial is because of a memo he sent to Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein several months back. Rod Rosenstein, the Deputy Attorney General, is the main person at the Justice Department of the United States who is overseeing Robert Mueller's Russia investigation into whether or not President Donald Trump's presidential campaign colluded with the Russian government. Mr. Barr sent a memo as a private citizen to Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, essentially stating that he thought that some elements of the Russia investigation were, quote, fatally misconceived. The memo also highlighted Mr. Barr's opinions on presidential authority regarding whether or not the president could be subpoenaed to testify and could be obstructing justice for firing the FBI Director James Comey, which is one of the things that this investigation has gone into. Mr. Rosenstein was overseeing this investigation as Deputy Attorney General because the Attorney General at that time, who was Jeff Sessions, had recused himself from the investigation. Immediately following the midterm elections in November, President Donald Trump asked for Mr. Sessions' resignation, and while they were trying to find a replacement for Mr. Sessions, Donald Trump appointed Jeff Sessions Chief of Staff as Attorney General. So technically speaking, Matthew Whitaker, who was Jeff Sessions' Chief of Staff, is now the head of the Justice Department and would be overseeing the Mueller investigation into whether or not Donald Trump's campaign colluded with Russia. Ethics officials at the Department of Justice had advised that Mr. Whitaker should recuse himself from overseeing the Russia investigation because of statements he made as Sessions' Chief of Staff attacking the investigation. But all the evidence suggests that Mr. Whitaker has ignored this suggestion and is still in charge of running it. I suspect recusal will be an issue that does come up in the confirmation hearings tomorrow and Wednesday for Mr. Barr, especially from Democrats. I suspect they will ask him whether or not he intends to recuse himself from the investigation due to what he wrote in that memo to Mr. Rosenstein a month or so back. So, it's my considered opinion that William Barr will be confirmed as the next Attorney General of the United States, and I'll let you know why in this section. First of all, I don't think the Democrats will vote for him. I suspect every Democrat in the Senate will vote against Mr. Barr's confirmation, but because the Republicans hold 53 seats in the Senate, Democrats don't really need to be on board for Mr. Barr to be confirmed. As long as everybody votes along party lines, his confirmation is all but assured. The question is whether or not the Republican Party is united in thinking that Mr. Barr should be confirmed. In a closed-door, off-the-record interview with Republican Senator Lindsey Graham, William Barr stated, according to Senator Graham, that he would not interfere or fight against or try and block any part of the Mueller investigation if he was appointed, or confirmed, I should say, as Attorney General. That being said, I suspect the Democrats questioning him during the confirmation process will try and get him to say on the record that he will not interfere with the investigation in any way, and whether or not he says that under oath, he might pick up a few Democratic votes or not, depending on his answers. The other reason I suspect that Mr. Barr might be confirmed is because of the powers of the Vice President in breaking ties in the Senate. So because the Republicans hold 53 seats in the Senate, which is comprised of 100 seats, the Republicans can afford to lose 6, which would result in a tie. But in the event of a tie in a vote in the Senate, the Vice President comes in to cast the deciding vote. And I don't imagine any reality where Vice President Mike Pence comes in to break a tie and votes against the confirmation of Mr. Barr, because of course President Trump is the one who appointed him to be confirmed. Anyway, guys, so that's how I suspect the confirmation process is going to go down this week. And I may have more to say on this matter in another video, particularly if my prediction was incorrect. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll be watching it with great interest. Take care, guys.